right, Mix 1041, MixTV.tv. Good morning, everybody. It is 8:58. We have our final guest of the morning here in the studio. We're joined by Lauren Brown with the Arts Center in Athens. Lauren, good morning.
Good morning, Bridget.
It is great to meet you. So tell us what's happening there at the Arts Center in Athens.
Thanks for having me. We have so much going on in the Arts Center in Athens. We've just launched our 46th annual program season, so we have programs in concerts, plays, exhibits, and art classes that are available to everyone in the region. We have several things going on in August, so I thought I might tell you a little bit about those events.
Sure, yeah, break it all down. Tell us what's happening.
The very first ticketed event of the year is a concert next Friday in our Sue E. Trotter Black Box Theater at the Arts Center. That's totally produced and performed by local volunteers. It's called Two because it's a celebration of duets. So it's duets from a wide range of genres and decades and time periods, all by people who are familiar, people from Athens, and I think we even have a couple people from Cleveland. We have a lot of Cleveland folks that participate with our community theater. So the following week, we're opening our community theater main stage performance, with Matilda the musical. That's the beloved children's book, and there's been a couple of movies of that too. So we're doing a musical with about 40 people. Wow. As I mentioned, we have participants from Cleveland. Close to 20% of the people performing in that play are from outside of McMinn County. So a wide, regional representation of folks. So we encourage people to come see their friends perform on our stage. That show runs for 6 performances starting August 15th, so that weekend and the next. In the second weekend of that, we have our first art exhibit of the season, which is an exhibition by members of the Tennessee Watercolor Society. That's kind of the highest designation for watercolor painters in the state of Tennessee. So they'll be exhibiting work in the Wilson exhibit room in the Arts Center, and we'll have a reception that's totally available and free to the public. One more thing in August, I'm just our running list here. We're also having auditions for our second community theater show. The performance will be in October. It's an Agatha Christie mystery, The Mousetrap, but auditions for those are August 18th and 19th. And there's several roles for adults, both men and women. So that's a really fun way for people who might be interested in dipping their toes in acting. That's a fun play to get started.
Wow. We're talking with Lauren Brown with the Arts Center at Athens. Sounds like you all stay busy, I'm assuming year-round.
Yes.
Always something happening there. So how can people kind of keep up with what you have going, and how can they get involved?
Absolutely. Thanks for asking. The best way is we're active on Facebook and Instagram, can be found there using the hashtag MyArtsCenter. We post pretty regularly. We also have a very detailed website which has tickets and class registrations. That's at athensartscouncil.org. We do keep office hours at the Arts Center. We're at 320 North White Street in downtown Athens, across the street from the beautiful Tennessee Wesleyan University campus. We're there Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and glad to talk with people about ways to be involved. There are lots of volunteer opportunities, from performing in these shows, like I mentioned, to being an usher at shows, to painting walls. We had a work day yesterday and had a lot of volunteers come help us tidy up our facility. But we are always looking to help people connect with the arts and community experiences.
Again, we're talking with Lauren Brown, the Arts Center in Athens. So, Lauren, before you go, tell us a little bit about yourself and what makes you love the arts.
I am a native Athenian. I grew up in the area and quite literally grew up with the Arts Council and the Arts Center. Participating in things like children's choir and community theater really shaped me as a person and the trajectory of my career. I went away and I started working when I graduated grad school. I was working in corporate communications in New York City when Ellen Kimball, who was the longtime director of the Arts Center, announced that she was retiring, and I thought, wow, that kind of is my dream job, to return home and help steer the organization that means so much to me. So I've been in this role for 13 years now, and really grateful to be able to make a difference in the community that raised me.
Yeah, that's awesome. What a great story. Hometown girl.
Yeah.
Lauren Brown, the Arts Center in Athens. Anything else you'd like to mention here before we go?
Just would love everyone to come and check us out and see what we do. Some people think, the arts aren't their thing, but you might be surprised. Sharing a concert or a play with people you know or people you don't know is a great way to be reminded of all that we have in common in our shared humanity.
And if you will remind us again, the best way to get all the information.
Facebook or Instagram at My Arts Center or online at athensartscouncil.org.
All right, that's Lauren Brown with the Art Center in Athens. It's so great to meet you.